Hello, good evening, everyone. There is the two people, two of you. Okay, so uh, Mr. Praful and Snehashish Samal. So, have we talked before? Mr. Praful, can you tell me something about
Yes, sir.
yourself? Hello. Hello.
Hello,
Yes, Praful.
sir. My name is Praful. I'm uh, basically a structural engineer. I completed my master's in 2018 batch. I'm presently working as a site engineer here in Bangalore Metro. Sir.
Okay, great. So, you are interested in the structural engineering field?
Yes, sir. I'm interested in structural engineering field, and I just wanted to know different. I just wanted to learn different softwares, so I just wanted to go with the Tekla structures designs.
Okay. Have you worked with other softwares before, during your BTech or MTech projects?
Yes, sir. I have, and I would as knowledge of ETABS and Star Pro, both the
Okay.
softwares.
Great. Okay, so Mr. Snehashish Samal. Hello, Mr.
Good evening.
Good evening. So tell us something about you so that we can, have a discussion.
My name is Nancy Samal. I am pursuing BTech third year.
Okay, BTech third year. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So have you done any projects in any structural design software like STAAD, ETABS, Tekla?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. And do you have knowledge of AutoCAD drafting?
Yes, sir. I have completed auto.
Okay. You have laptop with you now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Configurations of laptop RAM?
Sir, RAM,
4 GB, 8 GB,
sir, 8 GB.
8 GB. No, because minimum 8 GB is required for the software, so that's why I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay. So this is we are going to discuss about this Tekla training, and before that, I'll also tell you about this Tekla software and what are the aspects of it. All this will tell you and what we cover. So, how did you know Civil Center, Mr. Praful? How did you know about Civil Center? Through YouTube, Facebook, or WhatsApp?
Sir, I got it from. I regularly watch YouTube
Okay.
videos on different software. So from there, I got to know about Civil Center.
Okay. Great. And does Snehashish?
I am doing internship in Dan Protect and Civil.
Okay. Your internship in Dan, so we got to do from there. Okay. Great.
Yes.
So basically, any software, if you want to learn the software, there are a lot of videos, as we already know. I think around 180 videos they are there, in which unique topics are also there. So you can learn the software from the videos, but the training, what happens is that there is a 30 days time period. In this 30 days time, we are in those 30 days time, we are guiding you to an entire process. So the process is that two people are here now. So one of you are third year and one of you are from, you have completed masters and he's also working since 2 or 3 years of experience he is having. So we are going to, explore to you the structural engineering field. जब भी हम लोग कोई भी आपका प्लान बनाते हैं, when we make a plan, and when you make a building, the first thing which you do is, can you tell me what is the first thing which you do? Or suppose anyone wants to make a building, what is the first thing which you need to do? Let's go with Snehashish. Tum bolo, ab bolo.
Sir, first we have to do excavation.
Yes, right. So first you have to do excavation if you go by the execution stage or the construction stage. So every building has three stages: planning and design and then execution. So Snashish has told about the execution stage, but in the planning stage, first we have to make the plan of the building. So if you are working as an independent consultant, also you need to have some knowledge of the plan. So our course starts with that aspect. I'll just show you. And this aspect starts with our planning part. So the first thing which you see is our introduction and then client dealing, and then you have the planning part. So why this client dealing is important? Because if you want to take up your works individually, because a lot of people here after doing this course on this Tekla, because we are not only teaching the software in this 30 days, 30 hours schedule, we are teaching G+3 building design using Tekla Structural Designer. Name has been chosen for a specified reason, because we are not focusing mainly on the software. Our focus is that after completing this course, you should be able to design a building completely from A to Z. You should be able. So for that, we are discussing the client dealing aspects as well. Client dealing is important because your building should be as the requirements of your client. Those of you on experience of the sites, they will relate to it better. But I think one of you a student as well. So for the students, I want to tell you, I think there are two professionals. Burhan has also joined. He is also professional. So there are two professionals and one student. So for the student also, I'm telling, like, in our course, BTech or diploma or MTech, we have, when you design a beam, we are giving the moments, we are given the forces, and we design the beam. Same is for the footings. But here we have to design a building. For that, the building plan should be, first of all, as per the requirements of our clients. Whatever he wants, you should do it. So for that, we are going to the client dealing part, how to take the requirements from your clients, requirements of the building for planning. So after that, we deal with the building components. So what are the building components? These are the building components, not as per structural drawing, as per the planning. So for the planning part, the building components can be your different rooms like bedroom, kitchen, and then master bedroom, puja room. So all these necessary components will just arrange, and some may be some people's necessity, some people might not require it. Like for example, some people might require a balcony, some people might not require a balcony, some people might require a puja room separate, some people don't require a puja room. And these are the building components. We need to know about these building components, and we need to know the basic sizes of those building components. So basic sizes, why you need to know? Because we need to understand whether the size will suit the requirements of your client or not. Suppose we need to understand how to think about the building component. Suppose we can give a standard component size of the rooms, but that won't help unless we know that, okay, this is a portico size or parking size of 12 feet. Can it accommodate 2 cars? Or this is a bedroom size into 10 feet to 10 feet. Can it fit a king size bed and a wardrobe and one sofa? So can it do that? So that, like that, we have to think. So that is our consideration, the building components. Then comes our Vastu aspects. So Vastu aspects is very important, especially in India, because a lot of people have that particular belief in the Vastu. It is not a science, but it is a belief. But since many people are following this, so if we want to become a consultant in this industry, it is very essential to know certain aspects of this Vastu which are considered for the building planning. We'll know Vastu from the building components wise, which component should be placed where. That basic parts we should know. Otherwise, it will be difficult for us to communicate with majority of the clients, because almost 90% or 80% of the people want Vastu in their plan if you are dealing with an Indian client. Okay, so the next thing, okay, someone has signed in with MIA2. I request you to just can you just write your real name, original name, because that will be helpful for us to communicate. Can you hear me? Or you can type in the chat box also, that also will do. Or you can unmute and tell your name, that also will do. I don't have any problem with that. Hello. Hello, are you listening? Okay. So this is the about the Vastu aspects, how to place the which components and how to arrange your components as per the Vastu. We will know that, and after that comes the conceptual planning. So when we talk about planning, many engineers think about AutoCAD. Planning is not AutoCAD. First of all, we have to make a structure of basics, and that contains of a simple light diagram. First of all, the plan should be ready in your mind first, so that we will just tell you a process in which you can make the plan in your mind, how you can think about making a plan, and after that you can draw it in a piece of paper. So we have a 3-step procedure which you are going to tell for the planning part. So almost here 10 classes will be covered up to this first 5 topics, because these are the most important topics for the planning part. And then when you have done the planning as per the Vastu, and when you have completed practicing 3 or at least 4 plans as per the Vastu and as per different sizes and as per the architectural requirements, and after that we'll move on to your drafting. So now our drafting in AutoCAD should be defined, our text height and dimension height and the arrow size, these all should be the same. So that we will maintain, and we'll use simple commands for the drafting, so that we can complete our plan drafting in a very short possible time, and along with the furniture layout we'll complete the final architectural plan. I'll also show you how the final architectural plan will look like in the coming video. So up to this, when you do the plan drafting in CAD, you should be able to complete the planning part. So I'll show you the output which you will be having. So one of the plans I'll show you. So this is a simple plan, and it contains the building components. It will contain the door and window schedules, and after that, as you can see, the outer walls are of 10 inch here. In some places we use 9 inch, but in standard it is 10 inches, and where the bricks are not available, we use 5 inch or 9 inch also. And you will have the door window schedule, and you will have this particular title box in which the directions and the other details are mentioned. So first aim is to complete that, and this might look simple, but when you will have to arrange, those who have experience, they know better. Though when you have to arrange the components, as per the suitability requirements, so that no space is wasted, and also you have to take care of the Vastu as well. It requires some practice and skills to arrange these components. We have to consider architectural aspects, we have to consider engineering aspects, we have to consider the Vastu as well. So all this we have to consider. So this is the first step in this process. And after that, after when we have done with the plan, then we'll go for the structural drawing. So the final structural drawing of your particular, any particular plan, it will contain all the components of your building. So what are the structural components of the building? The structural components of the building are your beam, column, slab, staircase, and foundations. So it will contain all the things. So first of all, when you study structural drawings, we see the notes first. So in the notes, it is written that drawing will be studied along with the architectural drawing, and the standard codes, the earthquake code and the RCC code and the wind code has been written here. Grade of concrete and grade of steel which is to be used, it is written here, and then the lap length and the clear cover of all the structural members will be written in the structural drawing. So those of you are 3 of you are working, they already know about this particular thing, and some new members have already also joined, I think. And
Sir,
yes,
So if someone have not having any idea about this, then how he can do?
And that's what we are going to, show. If someone have not idea about this, that also they can show. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got connection got paused for a second. I accidentally pressed the, I think, button. Okay, so I think Snehash is asking if anyone doesn't have any idea, then what should you do? I am only I'm referring to some people because they can relate to it better. But this course is done from the basic level, so everyone can do it. So I'm just relating to them, but everyone, it is for everyone, and everyone can do it. So there is no issue in that. Okay, so this is our particular portion of your structural drawing, and in here we are having this foundation layout. So in this foundation layout, all the sizes of the foundation are given, or rather, only the markings of the foundation are given, and the parts or the distances are given center to center. So what happens when, I think someone has Snehashi had told that the first thing in the construction phase or the execution phase is the excavation. So before the excavation also there is a part, there is the marking. So in the marking part, we have to use this particular footing center lines or footing layout, and the layout we can do with the help of proto station or you can do manual. So this is the layout, foundation layout. And after that, if you want to see the foundation schedule, you will see the foundation schedule from here. So this is the foundation part. And after that, we'll also contain similarly the plinth beam schedule, the roof beam schedule, and also details of other structural members. So our ultimate aim is to prepare this as per the requirements which will be given by your clients. We have to prepare the structural drawing and also the architectural plan. So these two things are our final output as a civil engineer, which we need to do in planning and design. So this is the thing which we are going to cover in this course. So that's why I'm always saying that we are focusing less on the software, more on the output. We want the output because we want jobs and we want to learn a skill which will be useful for us, so that we can, if we want, we can start as a freelancer also. We can start our own company also. So for that, we need to know the entire process. For that, this is the course. And just to discuss now the outlines as well. So when the plan is ready, the study of structural drawing will be done, and then the column positioning and orientation will be done. How it affects the how column position and orientation affects the loads and the economy of the building. Because as a structural engineer, it is our primary goal to do the two things. The first thing is your, can you tell me what is the duty of a structural engineer? Anyone? What do you think is the responsibility of a structural engineer? In simple words, don't want any bookish definition. What do you think? Like, what is our role as a structural engineer?
Providing safe structure to our client, which is
Yes, yes,
economical.
yes. So Burhan has mentioned two things. One is your safety. Safety he has mentioned, and he has also mentioned economy. So it's actually right. So primary, we have two things. One is safety and another is economy. And in addition also, I can tell you there are some other things as well in addition to the safety and economy. That is the aesthetics as well. So why is it the aesthetics? We have to, sometimes there are some architectural constraints and we have to satisfy those architectural constraints as well. Suppose if we can give an example, or in this particular building, suppose we have some buildings in which we cannot give, we have a 20-foot span, and suppose this is the building, 20-foot span, and suppose the entire floor is will be used for parking. So the client can request that in the entire 20-foot span, you don't have any beams in the between. So you can satisfy that also, the requirements, and sometimes it might be, you know, asked that any beam shouldn't be visible in any room. So we might have to, you know, provide any, you know, beams in other spans. So those things also we have to, you know, ensure. But the main focus is the safety and economy, and then is the aesthetics. तो हिंदी में बोलेंगे हम लोग सस्ता, सुंदर, टिकाऊ. So you can just you know about this phrase sasta sundar tikau. Sasta means economic, sundar means aesthetic, and tikau means your durable. Durable is actually coming last. So first of all, what our client sees wants generally the mentality of an Indian people, including me. Also, when you buy a product, we think about the economy and the aesthetics, and then we think about the durability. But as a structural engineer, our first priority will be durability, because otherwise it is our main thing, and otherwise will not be doing our job properly, or we might also face troubles in doing that. Okay, so this is the thing. And after, where was I? So the column positioning affects the economy of the structure, where you place the columns and how you place the orientation of the columns. Column ka lamba side kidhar hai? The larger dimension, if the one column is size of 215 to 400, but which side the 400 is rotated? Is it along the wall? Is it vertically or horizontally? If you see from the plan view, so that affects the building. So we'll do this column orientation, and we'll also do some interpolations, also check which column orientations will be proper. And after the column positioning, the next thing which we'll do is center line diagram, because in Tekla, in STAAD also that option is there, in ETAS also that option is there. Those you have used. In Tekla, there is the option of importing grid lines directly into the plan. So we'll import the grid lines directly into the software. So for that, we'll need the center line diagram. Center line diagram means we only will take initial column size of 15 to 250, or the wall size. If the wall size is 230, then we'll take 230 to 230, and then we'll place the center lines in the middle. And after that, we'll import the center lines into Tekla. And there is an additional feature of Tekla which is not in there in STAAD and ETABS, is that we can import the plan also as a shadow, so that we can know in which position we will place the columns. We don't have to look into the your particular plan again and again. So that is a possibility. And after that, we'll go into the Tekla structural design. So in the Tekla, into the load calculation. So what are the load calculations? So load calculations are the things like there is a wall load, and we'll calculate the wall loads which will be used in the building. So the wall load depends on the masonry material, whether you use AAC blocks, whether you use your red bricks, whether you use fly ash brick, the load calculation will be different. And also the floor to floor height will also affect the load calculation for the dead loads. And also the load calculation, and in the load calculation part, will also define our live loads also. What will be the live load for this particular building? As you know, in IS 875, table number 1, part 2, IS 875 part 2, table number 1, there are different live loads are given for different buildings. So all the loads which will take in the software, that will see from the codes first, and also will give you a brief idea about the seismic code and wind code also, because when we'll select the options from in the software, so that you know these terms like moment resisting frames, ordinary moment resisting frames, and then in wind load there is a term called your patch distance. So all these are the terms, so that when you see the terms in the software, you don't get confused and you can use them easily. So all these things will be done in the load calculation part. After that, then the Tekla part will come, and in the Tekla part, all the things will be done like analysis, design, creating load combinations, everything will be done. And that thing is already, you can see there are a lot of videos on that. You can already see that. But the main thing is that what is the particular our aim is that you should be able to make that particular model error free of any building like up to G+3 or G+4, G+5 also in within 15 minutes. That should be your aim, because once you complete the modeling and design in 15 minutes, then you can do the interpolation, which is the main aspect. This 25 number point is the main aspect of all and the most important step in all structural design, which Burhan had told, economy. Safety and economy will be tested in this design interpolation. We will see different combinations of columns, different combination of beams, which can give us a stable result as well as an economical result. We'll try different things, and after that we'll achieve a single design. And when you'll design, even when I am designing, I'm also spending most of the time in the interpolation process. But what happens when you have some experience of 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, when you work on some projects, then you have an idea like, okay, this will be safe in this much quantity. So that experience you have to gain, and before that you have to do extensive interpolation. मतलब किसी को मान लीजिए आप जानना चाहते हैं, जानने से पहले बार बार उससे मिलना पड़ेगा, तो इंटरपोलेशन वैसे ही है. हम लोग को बार बार जो साइजेस है कॉलम्स के, बीम्स के, उसको सेव कराने के लिए एंड उसको इकोनॉमिकल करके सेव कराने के लिए, ऐसा नहीं कि आपका मान लीजिए 250 पास हो गया, बस उसमें 8 रॉड है 16 mm का, ऐसा भी सही नहीं है. हम लोग को मान लीजिए एक कोई रिबार है दैट इज 250 to 300, उसमें 6 रॉड है 16 mm का, वो ठीक है. तो जो लोग नए हैं, जो लोग एक्सपीरियंस, वो लोग समझ रहे हैं क्यों ठीक है, और जो लोग आपका एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, वो लोग हम लोग बताएंगे, डिस्कस करेंगे, क्योंकि आपका 30 आवर्स बहुत होता है. 30 आवर्स का जो यहाँ पे कोर्स है आपका, that is a lot of time, and because this 30 hours will be covered in like 45 to 50 days लग जाएंगे to cover all this total course, because there will be holidays in Sunday, and in some time like you will not be comfortable to come. There will be some work, or otherwise there will be, so like this approximately from my previous experience, it takes around 40 to 50 days time to complete this 30 hours course, because बीच में गैप रह जाता है कुछ. So this is not a ordinary time, less time. It is a lot of time in which you will be you'll know how to think and how to do the entire process, and you will develop a mindset of a structural engineer. So that's how this course has been designed. And previously also some of the students have taken, and some people are successfully running their own consultancy firms, and some people are working in job also, so they are doing. So I hope that you can also take the advantage of this course. And if you want to ask any questions, we will be having some questions answer sessions now. And regarding this course, what will be covered, and I think we'll discuss everything now. So let's start. Okay. स्नेहाशीष, कुछ पूछना है?
सर कोर्स कब से स्टार्ट होगा?
कोर्स स्टार्ट होगा ट्यूसडे से, कल से.
मतलब सर हम लोग तो रजिस्ट्रेशन कुछ किए नहीं है.
हाँ किए नहीं है, बट आपको इसी के बाद कॉल जाएगा, इसी सेशन के बाद. मान लीजिए अभी से खत्म हो गया तो उसके बाद कॉल जाएगा, तो आप बात कर लीजिए. तो उसी कल से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं हम लोग.
तो सर ये हम लोग ऑफलाइन भी कर सकते हैं क्या?
नहीं, ऑफलाइन अभी पॉसिबल नहीं है अभी, बिकॉज हाँ मैं इधर एक जगह पे जो आया हूँ त्रिपुरा में, तो वहाँ पे मैं फंस गया हूँ. यहाँ पे थोड़ा कंडीशन सही नहीं है, एंड बाकी स्टूडेंट भी है जो अलग अलग जगह से हैं. तो
कितना दिन का कोर्स रहेगा?
ये 30 आवर्स का कोर्स है. तो 30 आवर्स मान लो लगभग मतलब 40-50, लगभग 2 महीने, मतलब 1.5 महीना मान लो, 1.5 महीने लग जाएगा, 1.5 month. बीच बीच में छुट्टी होगा कभी कभी, कुछ फेस्टिवल, कुछ मतलब ये हो गया, संडे हो गया, कुछ ये हो गया, तो टाइम लगेगा. 30 आवर्स का कोर्स है.
तो एक प्रोजेक्ट करने भी मिलेगा हमको?
हाँ, प्रोजेक्ट एक प्रोजेक्ट पूरा मतलब स्टार्टिंग से एंड तक कंप्लीट करा जाएगा. एक आपको प्लान लेके रिक्वायरमेंट लेके उसका प्लान, उसके बाद स्ट्रक्चरल ड्राइंग बनाया जाएगा। तो उसके बाद ये जो प्रोसेस है प्लान और स्ट्रक्चरल ड्राइंग बनाने का, उसके बीच का जितने प्रोसेस है, क्लाइंट डीलिंग से शुरू करके कैसे प्लान के बारे में सोचते हैं, और ये सारा चीज कैसे हम लोग स्ट्रक्चरल ड्राइंग में क्या क्या कंसिडरेशन लेना पड़ता है, तो ये सारा चीज आपको बताया जाएगा। तो आप मतलब जैसे थर्ड ईयर में हो तो प्रोजेक्ट के तौर पे भी आप यूज कर सकते हो। जब आप मान लो इंटरव्यू में जाओगे, ये चीज ट्राई किया था एक्चुअली, जब इंटरव्यू में जाओगे एक फाइनल स्ट्रक्चरल ड्राइंग का शीट आप पूरा A1 में या A2 में प्रिंट करके ले जाओगे, कोई भी कंपनी आई तो उसको आप दिखा सकते हो शीट को। तो एक आपको एडवांटेज मिल जाएगा कि बाकी लोगों से थोड़ा सा अलग आप कर सकते हो उस चीज को। अभी तो ऑनलाइन इंटरव्यू हो रहा है तो ऑनलाइन PDF दिखाते कर सकते हो कि ये मैंने बनाया है। तो जो जो क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे तुम आंसर कर सकते हो कि हाँ ये these are the things I have considered.
Okay, sir.
हेलो।
सर
फीस इसका 15,000 है।
15,000
हाँ, फीस
कितना
इसका
फ्लोर का बताएंगे सर?
G+3 का।
Sir, what would be the timing of the class?
The timing would be, we have two choices, like so from 7:30 to 8:30, and another is from 9:30 to 10:30. So it's like dependent on the most of the people, which time they are comfortable in, because the timing will be such that both the professionals or the students both are comfortable.
हेलो। हेलो सर।
हाँ, बुरहान बोल रहे थे? Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, in this course, if we want any professional certificate from the Tekla structure, so it is possible, or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, if we want any professional certification from Trimble. Trimble is the
Yeah.
your
Yes,
your owner of the Tekla software. If you want any authorized certificate from Trimble, then there is a process. You have to pay 2,000 rupees, and after that you have to give a test.
Okay.
So basically test तो हो जाएगा, but you have to pay an additional 2,000 rupees, and after that you have to give the test. So उसके बाद आपको ये Trimble से सर्टिफिकेशन मिल जाएगा।
It's the professional, sir. Yani it's like.
Okay,
it's
just wait a minute. Please join again. ये मीटिंग का टाइमिंग खत्म होने वाला है, तो you can join again. Same link रहेगा, आप उससे ज्वाइन कीजिए। Thank you.
Okay.
I'm just starting right now. तुरंत ज्वाइन कर लीजिए।